Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Geography Genius led by Anshuman Mishra. So we'll have a great day and a great day for a lifetime. So as you all remember, our last video was on Hitler, the rise of Hitler. In that we didn't explain anything about Hitler, but we explained the state of Germany at the time of First World War. Now today we're gonna talk about that what was the cause, what was the economic crisis felt by them, and what was the one thing that was an impact on Germany after the economic crisis. So we're gonna talk about all these things, but I hope you have watched that earlier video. If you have not watched that video, you can't understand anything in this video because that is interconnected with each other, interrelated with each other. So you can go and watch that video. That is very important. And today this video gonna be very interesting because that is on economic crisis, and economic crisis of Germany is very interesting. And I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, like, comment and share. That is very important because at the last I just forget to tell you all about that. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. So at the starting I did only this. So let's start. So first of all we will talk about the economic crisis felt in Germany. So this economic crisis is actually based on nothing about than the paper currency which was in Germany. Actually the paper currency is called the Rentenmark. That is also in our book it is written as mark, but when you find it on Google it will tell you that Rentenmark, Reichsmark and Deutschmark are the few names of that mark currency which is used in Germany. So now I will tell you, don't go on these things. If it is written mark in the book, you can write it mark in your question paper also. Don't in your answer sheets. Don't be problematic in that certain situations. All right. So let's start for the next point. First of all, I have not written that point here, and that is very important. What happened when the Weimar Republic was formed? There was a league, that was Sparkling Leagues, and what happened? What that league wants, that the governance should be done like the Soviet governance. The Soviet governance, let me tell you what is Soviet governance. It is actually in Russia. First of all, the Soviet word is used in Russia only, and that was influenced by the Russian Revolution. So what happened? People were trying to have the Soviet governance in their Berlin, and actually the people of Berlin tried very hard to put on their views to the Weimar Republic, to the government, to found the Soviet governance. Means the different type of governance like Russia and the Soviet have. Alright. So this was their total what they have their view was like that only. Alright. So now that is finished, and that was unseen point in this my whole chart. Now I'll tell you what is the total economic crisis felt in that time. First of all, the Germany fought the First World War in loan. Actually what happened at the time of starting of the First World War, what happened? Germany was good enough to fight one war, and still it is on the fourth of the most powerful country in the world. If you search on internet the top 10 most powerful country in the world, at this time Germany will be on fourth. You can find it out. What happened at that time? They were having money, but at the war was last for 4 years, means from 1914 to 1918. So it was 4 years term, and during the 4 years, do you think how much money you will have? It is not a care. It is not the thing. What happened? The money will be not last for long time. It will finish at one certain time. So what happened? The money was finished, and now what happened? The Germany have to take loan to finish up the war because they were so much keen to extend their boundary, to extend the imperialism in their own country, that they forgot that the people are going to lose their lives, money and many things. The country gonna lose up. But they didn't think about these things, and they would think that they have to finish the war. Either they will take loan, but they will finish the war. So what happened? Like this situation happened. So Germany fought First World War in this loan category. So what happened? The next point comes here. Let me put a tick mark so that you can get it up. Alright. So next is in 1923, Germany refused to pay loan to France. Actually what happened? They took the loan from France. Now you will be thinking that France was in opposite category, right? So how they gave the loan? It is their own categories, because what happened, if you have to take loan, you have to give some interest on it. So anybody can give you loan, but you have to pay interest as much they have said. Alright. So this is the situation. So what happened to France? But they refused to pay the loan because they were not having money in their own country. How they'll pay? And the people were died, many people were died. So there is no economic stability in the country right now in Germany. So how they will give the loan? How they will pay the loan? So this was the situation. In 1923, they refused to pay a loan. So what happened? What the France want, that if you will not pay us loan, I will just take your territories, the industrial area of your territory. So what happened? They did not pay the whole loan with the interest in 1923, Germany. Then what happened? The France occupied the industrial area of Germany. So this was the situation. So if you take the industrial area, once again the country is weakened. You might be remember the things of Treaty of Versailles. So what happened in that Versailles? The Rhineland was taken, the money was, and the compensation of 6 billion was to be given. So after that the country is nothing, means nothing is left in the country, and the Germany was fully unstable in the economic terms. Alright. So next one comes, the value of Germany currency fell recklessly. Recklessly means badly. Back to back the currency value is going to be given. Now I will tell you how the currency fall down, and this is the most interesting thing in the whole Germany and the whole part of the rise of Hitler. Now let me tell you how. What is the, actually it is written in the mark, you remember these things. So what happened, mark, in the April of 1923. In 1923, the April, at the one USD dollar was equals to 24,000 marks. Means the currency fall down that much recklessly after the war that if you give 24,000 marks, then you will get $1. After that, after only just 3 to 4 months, means July, when July came in the 1923, 1 USD was equals to 3,53,000 marks. When you will give 3,53,000 marks, then you will get $1 Means you can see the situation of Germany at that time. Then the August, when you will give first US dollars, you will find, when you will give the 1 US dollar, and then you will get 46,21,000 marks should be given, and then 1 US dollar will be given to you. So this was the situation. Alright. In December, the 1 US dollar was equals to 9 crores 88 lakhs and 60,000. Means 9 crore 88 lakh 60,000 mark you will give, and then you will get $1. This was the situation. So you can see, and soon this thing gone into trillion, because right now it is in crores, so it will be fall in billion, and soon it will reach to trillion, and there is no other option of Germany because the economic crisis is very high in that time. So what happened? This crisis is called hyperinflation. What is hyperinflation? Right now India is not falling under this condition because the country is developing nation, and we have the certain situation where we will not fall in the hyperinflation. But let me tell you what is hyperinflation. This is a term which is used at the time of the currency fall. Whenever the currency values fall, right now when you give 72 rupees, you will get $1. So this is not called the hyperinflation. Hyperinflation means month. Right now the money is going down, our rupees is going down, but now it is not the situation. But you can see in Germany how much marks should be given than $1. So that was the situation. So currency value falls down badly, and at that time when you will pay this much marks, you will get $1. Means you can think that 1 trillion marks should be given then for $1. That was the situation of hyperinflation. Means the total value of the currency falls down very badly. That is called hyperinflation. And that time American introduced one very good plan at the time of that in Germany. That was Davis plan. And according to this was an economic plan. And what happened? This US put the entry in that Germany and give them a Davis plan that was a very helpful for growth of economy. Now day by day they got some stability, and this was very good because the Germany was going stable day by day in the economic time, at the economic times. Now you will be very keen to know that what was the value of mark before the First World War. So before the First World War, the value of 1 written mark, means 1 mark, when you find it on Google, you will find that 0.358 grams of gold, means 0.358 grams of gold is equals to 1 written mark before the First World War. And if you want to know after the First World War, means just before the Second World War, the Germany $1 was equals to 2.50 written marks. Means the high, you can see that what was the situation they fall, but now they have got stable, and now only 2.05 written marks should be given for $1. So that was the time of Hitler. So Hitler has did very good. We can say he has made his country stable in economic crisis, from the economic crisis, and form it more good economy in the world. But he has done something which is very wrong. I will tell you afterwards, because this is not a part where we will tell that rise of Hitler. Alright. So let me tell you one second thing. Now this is finished. What happens? Let me tell you a situation of how it was happened. When you will take a cart of load, means cart of load of currency, then you will find a 1 loaf of bread. That was the situation. That is written in the book. Let me tell you, and let me show you the picture. This is a picture. Let me show you this picture. And you can see there are some boxes, and that boxes are full with the paper currency marks. And what happened? They give 1 full bag of currency, then they will find a 1 loaf of bread. Means 1 packet of bread will be given you only when you will give a 1 packed bag with full of marks. That was the situation. So that is a line, 1 cart load should be given of marks, then you will find a 1 loaf of bread. So that was the situation of Germany that felt very badly. So now we'll go on impact on Germany after the economic crisis. So that is a very good situation, and I can see that it is not right now. It's not in India, but it was there in Germany. So that was a wrong situation, but I am having fun in that, and I hope you all should also have that keen to know about what was the situation. So if I compare the marks and the US dollar from now times, so you'll find that $18.05 of today is equals to $1 US of that time. Means when you will pay $18.05, then you will find out that at that time, it means in 1914 the $1 US was equals to $18.05 of today, and at that time the written mark came into 7.05 written marks of that time. Means you can feel that there's a difference, a lot of difference in economic crisis. Now let me talk about the impact on Germany after the economic crisis. So what happened? It is a situation like where US helped them, but US fall in his own. When it's same, we can say it has fallen in the old wells, and there was not in a good situation in US. What happened? There is one stock market, that is Wall Street Exchange, and this stock market fell very badly because the 13 million shares were sold. Now let me tell you the first point. Year between 1924 to 1928, means these 4 years Germany got some stability because the Davis plan of America was helping them badly. And what happened? They day by day to grow the stability, but what happened? The US was going to get deeper hurt by the economy, because that is in 1929 the Wall Exchange crashed very badly. What is if you want to know these things, the Wall Street Exchange is actually what happened. This is a stock market it is located in US, and what happened in 1929? They fell very badly, and this is a stock market where share are given by the persons. And if you want to know more about the share, I will tell you in economic when I will start the economics, but it is right now it is history. But let me tell you give you some introduction about the stock and the shares. It is actually given when you will give some amount of money is given, and what will happen? The company or you can say the organization you give your money will invest it somewhere, and when it will invest somewhere, it will get some profit on it. It depends upon the situation. It is not fixed. It is like mutual funds and these share markets. And what will happen? They will keep some amount of interest with them, and they will give you some interest to you. And what will happen? Your money will be increased. It will not be said that your money will be doubled. This is a fraud case, but they will increase some amount of money because that is the interest they got on their shares, and that will be given to you. So this is us. Many big businessmen and many who are just very rich, they use this situation, these things to get their money multiplied. So this is the situation. This is called stock market. This is called things. So what happened in 1929? Wall Street Exchange was finished. At that time, 13 million shares were sold. Means people take their shares back. What will happen? As I told you, people will give their money, and then the interest will be added. But people will take their money back. How the interest will be changed? Means many organizations failed very badly. So this situation, 1929 Wall Street Exchange finished. People sold their shares on 24th October. This is the date. 24th October 1929. The 13 million shares were sold. Means 1 crore 30 lakhs shares were sold. Shares were sold. This became a huge economic crisis in US. Now US faced the economic crisis. The Germany economy get worst hit in 1932. Industrial production reduced by 40%. What happened? The industrial production of Germany was finished because now US take their hand back. Because they are facing the economic crisis. So what happened? The Germany faced this in 1932. What happened? The 40% of the industrial production was finished, and Germany once again came to the same point of economic crisis. So what happened? In Germany, the people became unemployed because 40% of the production is finished, industrial production. So people became unemployed. 6 million youth were unemployed. Means around 60 lakh people were unemployed. So this is the situation. So what happened? When a person will not have a job for around 1 to 3 years, what will happen? If he will be indulged in the criminal activities, not in economic activities, in criminal activities and odd activities, which are not good for the country and not good for the health of the economic countries, right? The powerful ones, all right? So what happened? That they indulge in this criminal activities, and they increase the crime in Germany. So this was once again a problem which was faced. So you can see the problems which are faced after the First World War. So if you think that India should fought a war, you should think once again, right? So this was the situation. Germany was very powerful at that time, but it was finished. So you can think India is right now developing. So if you ever have a thought that any country is doing wrong with India and India should fight a war, that's wrong. India should not fight a war. Any war in this whole time of period when it is developing. When it is developed, then let's think about it. Let's leave it on the government, right? So this was the situation. Now what happened? So people lose their interest on democratic form of government. What is democratic form of government? Why we choose the government? Because they will help us. They will take the tax. They will use it on the public sectors. Many of the things, the concurrent list, and I will tell you after this, when I will start DP1. And what will happen? So this is a situation. The government, the people have lose their faith on the democratic form of government, and now this gave a very good chance for a dictatorship. Monarchy, dictatorship, anything can become here, but monarchy is a type. It is an event day by day. Means like you can say, it is a, you can say when you make a chart, right, for the animal kingdom and that one. So it is a chart, it is a dynasty, it is an empire which has been came from last few, more than 100 years, 50 years. So that is a expansion which has been given by the king. But here the dictatorship can only become. What is a dictatorship? Dictatorship is a, you can say when one individual or a group of individual put their rule and they are not answerable to the people, that is called dictatorship. And this is a dictatorship. So this gave a chance in Germany. So in my next video I'll tell you about more about the Hitler, rise of Hitler. Now next is be on rise of Hitler. So you please do not forget to watch that video, and please do not forget to like, comment and share and subscribe, and please subscribe so that you can watch